Hello fellow teenies! Today's video will be the guide for the upcoming Fluffy Fuzzy time. So the event will be running for 2 weeks starting from May 27 this Saturday until June 10. The overall gist of this event is to raise a pet with Vane and Luke each, nurture the pet and build trust with it and record their growth. And by completing all the growth memory, we can receive the exclusive badge and rewards. Note that none of the badge ever reruns in Tears of Themis, so don't miss out on this cute collar badge. And now before I dive into the details, note that all the terms that I use in this video are translated by myself, so that may not be the official term used when the event is out. Now into the detail of the event. You have to first choose a pet, either Puff or Bungee, kind of like the previous Cozy Couple Getaway. Then when you complete all the growth story for one pet, then you can unlock the other. So now how do we unlock the growth memory? We have to increase our trust with the pet to unlock the growth memory. But as you can see here, there are many ways to do so. We can nurture the pet by bringing it outdoor and feeding it. So by bringing the pet outdoor, there will be a debate that will cost 30 AP each. After 3 debates, you will unlock an outdoor story. There will be 6 outdoor stories for each pet, and by completing one story, there will be a cooldown of 10 hours before you can continue to the next. So in total, they will cost 90 AP for each story, and there are 12 stories in total, therefore you will require a total of 1080 AP for 2 weeks. The AP cost is relatively low for this event. Yay! So note that you can only use the respective meal lead cards for the debate, just like the other similar events. And therefore it means that if you choose like the cat path, you can only use Vane's card in the debate. Next, you can feed the pet to ensure that it's energetic enough to go outing with you. So when you feed it, it will pop out these lovely hearts which you can click and then increase your trust level with them. So by the way, if you feed additional food into the bowl like over 100% that's required, you can actually claim back the extra, but this only applies to the canned food and not the snacks. Next, you can also interact with the pets. So there are 3 types of interaction. One is call the pet. So if you leave the pet alone for an hour, it will fall asleep. So this is where you can call it and then wake it up. The first time you call it every day will also earn you trust. Second, you can play with the pet, just like in the photo here. Playing with it will also earn you more trust. And this function, if I'm not wrong, will only be unlocked when you reach level 3. Third, you can bath the pet. So when you bring them outdoor, they will become dirty, so you have to clean them up. But this can actually be done any time of the day, even when they are not dirty. So all of these will help you to increase the trust. And by increasing trust level, as I mentioned, will unlock the growth memories where you can read and then earn rewards. You will also unlock this pet communication tool, which are basically the interaction. So for instance, like I mentioned, the play will only be unlocked at level 3. And here is a table of how much trust is needed for you to level the trust levels. Now here are some tips for the event. Firstly, the story. We need to finish the growth memory for one pet before you can unlock the other. And by finish, I mean that reading them. And unlike other events, after you finish and unlock the second pet, you can still interact with the first pet and bring it outdoor if you have not finished all the outdoor stories. However, after you complete all 6 of the outdoor story, I do not recommend to continue bringing them outdoor since there will only be debate and yeah. Second is the debate. As I mentioned, you can only use the respective meal lead cards for the debate, and the required power is around 20k as usual. So for new players, try to choose the route where you have a higher power to ensure that you can clear it when still buying time to increase your power for the other meal lead deck. And here are some tips for you if you lack power. You can stop the video to read them. Lastly is the food. So in the CM server, when this first came out, there was not enough food if you do not use them properly. You can keep in mind, even by leaving the pets alone, the satisfaction level will also decrease by 2% every 10 minutes. So when you don't have enough food, it's better to just leave the pet hungry. And I know that this sounds very cruel, but there will not be any punishment by letting the pet being hungry. And I did hear that they increased the food given for part 2, but I'm not sure which part will our server follow first, so just in case lah. And here is a routine where you can follow during the event. You can log in twice a day. So in the morning, do all your interaction first to complete the task and get the food. Then you can feed the pet one food and then go outdoor, then feed it and go outdoor, you can repeat these 3 times and then leaving one food for the night. Then at night, log in again to complete all the unfinished affection tasks if you haven't. then feed the last food and then bring it outdoor for story time. And that's all for the day. So there will be only 12 stories, therefore 14 days is more than enough to do one story every day. Now, all of this might sound very confusing now, since you haven't played, but when you start playing it, it's relatively simple like the other pet simulation game in the market, so don't worry too much if the information now is like overwhelming. And now moving on to the banner, it's a 2 SSR banner, so as usual, the PT is 100 draws, but you will only guarantee a new card, which means that it could be either Vayne or Luke. To guarantee a specific card, it might take up to 200 draws. The PT is carried from the previous 2 SSR banner, which was Vayne's Forget Not Your Love solo banner, and you will be carried to the next 2 SSR banner, which I predict to be either Luke solo or FFT part 2. This banner uses normal tiers, and you also have a discount of 8 tiers for a multi, 2 types. And here are the skills for the cards. Vayne's SSR is Empathy, and Luke's SSR is Intuition. Lastly, the invitations. These invitations of them sleep talking are so cute. So I've translated the sleep talking in one of my videos, which I'll put the link in the description. The invitation will cost 98 yen as usual, but there will be a 20% discount for the first 48 hours. Do note that these 48 hours will only start counting when you press into the invitation page. So if you have not decided if you want to buy them or not, you can just don't press it until you have decided in order to make use of the discount. And then all the best to everyone drawing for this event, and that's all for today's video. Please give me a like if you found it helpful, and see you in the next video. Ciao!